Hey, beautiful people. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If it resonates with you, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Sorry, I said a prayer. We're going to see what messages we have for the collective. It was just 129 and it's 1:30, so somebody's birthday could be January 29th or January 30th. Somebody could be an Aquarius. Somebody could be born in January, so somebody could be a Capricorn or an Aquarius. Um, I was about to start shuffling, but when I split the deck, Forbidden came out and Spiritual Awakening. So I don't know, I feel like that's a message. So I'm going to keep these cards. So I don't know. And then look, we have Stalking. So for some of y'all, I don't know, there's something forbidden that, I don't know, somebody that maybe something happened or somebody did or somebody is aware of or something like that. And whatever this is, it has caused, this was to put somebody in their spiritual awakening. Like this sparked a spiritual awakening. I don't know, because look, we have Stalking and then we have Authority on the other side. So somebody could have been abusing some type of authority that they have in order to stalk somebody. That's why Forbidden is here. And I don't know, maybe somebody's aware of this, or damn, my thing is lighting up bright red, my my salt lamp. So for some of y'all, yeah, somebody could be aware of this, that somebody has been stalking them, or somebody was, or yeah, look, Authority and Slim. So whoever's doing this person could be Slim. Whoever is abusing their authority, or they could be connected to someone who's abusing their authority, or for some of y'all, you could be Slim, right? Yeah, Patient. And then we have False Twin Flame. So for some of y'all, this person could be tall, or you could be tall. And then we have Lies. Some of y'all don't know, this person could be lying on you. So for some of y'all, this is some type of like lover or ex-lover. This is for some of y'all, you literally could have thought that this person was your twin flame, but this person is actually a false twin flame. Or you could thought, if you know, everyone don't have a twin flame, so you could have thought that this person was your soulmate, but this person is false. Yeah, look, because we have Slim right after that, legal matter. So I don't know, there's some type of legal matter. I don't know, we have mother or mother figure. So some of y'all, I don't know, there could be some type of mother or mother figure this could be a mother figure that's Slim. And there's some type of legal matter. My thing is lighting up bright red when I say that. So that's for somebody. There's some type of legal matter that some type of mother or mother figure is dealing with. For some of y'all, this person could be Slim, or you could be Slim and you could be dealing with this legal matter with a mother figure, or this is just whatever this is, because we have unique, whatever this unique, this legal matter is. Holy Spirit, give me one card on this legal matter. Kill Bill. Isn't that a movie? I just heard Kill Bill. Kill somebody's. So I don't know. Maybe that's what that forbidden is. Somebody has intentions to try to take someone out, but maybe somebody's name could be Bill. I just heard Kill Bill. That's just not funny. And look, y'all, illegal just popped out. I don't know. Get out of here. Look what's on the back of the deck, y'all. Lights out. And that's why I heard Kill Bill. Somebody. So this is someone's spiritual awakening. So I don't know. For some of y'all, you know, you could have been receiving messages about this. That's why spiritual awakening is out here. Some of y'all, it's like you're waking up to the facts. And then look, I don't know if this is sticking out again. False twin flame. And then behind is tall. Right behind that is family affair. Right behind that is you're protected. Right behind that is high vibration. Right behind that is God's protection. Some of y'all, God is protecting you from this lights out. You're protected. For some of y'all, there's a family affair. So for some of y'all, you have like an ex-lover, or it could be a lover you're still connected to. There's a family affair. So it's either this person's and their family members, or for some of y'all, it could be your own family members and a lover teaming up, or it could be your own family members that's working against you. But either way, there's a plot. So remember I saw stalking and authority. So somebody was stalking somebody. Somebody was abusing their authority to stalk somebody in order to take their lights out. And this is somebody's, so this could be because we have mother and mother figure, right? So this could be a child's mother that was doing this, or this could be like a child's father that's doing this, or some type of father figure. Yeah. But this was a family affair because it was like several people that was in this plot to take somebody's lights out. Somebody who has God's protection. You know what? That's part of this spiritual awakening too. It's for some of y'all is realizing like just who you are on a soul level. Because we literally have you're protected out here and God's protection. Like some of y'all, you're literally, look at here. That's crazy as hell. I just pulled the cards to show you what it is, and look what's behind it. Plots. Some of y'all, God is literally protecting you from a plot to take your lights out. And this is part of your spiritual awakening, just to see, I mean, and then lacking boundaries. Yeah, this is part of your spiritual awakening, where it's like you're realizing people are grimy. They're slime. Okay, I don't know. For some of y'all, you gotta be 80s babies to remember this. I don't know if y'all remember Nickelodeon. Y'all remember that that show they had with the Nickelodeon slime? That's what these people are. That green Nickelodeon slime. They slime. Okay? That's what y'all are realizing in this spiritual awakening. Another thing is, look, we have lacking boundaries and sexual connection and soulmate. So that's another thing for some of y'all. You're realizing that's why family affair is here too. For some of y'all, you have a family member or a friend or something like that, or some of y'all specifically a family member though who had a sexual connection with a soulmate. That's why lacking boundaries is here, and this is that's why this is this was a spiritual awakening for you too, because it's like that's something very shocking. You didn't realize that these people were frauds. That's this spiritual awakening was huge. This spiritual awakening is like, for some of y'all, it's like it just snatched the rugs from up under your foot. Well, no, feet. I mean, I guess if you stand on one foot, I don't know, but it snatched the rug from up under your feet suddenly. Because some of y'all, you would have never even guessed this. Like, you would have never expected this. That literally your own family, friends, or lover, or ex-lover, someone you have a child with, would be plotting to take your lights out, to take your life. And you never thought that they would have teamed up with your own family or friends or whatever to do this. And then for some of y'all, you never thought that your own like friend, family member would actually have a sexual connection. Hold on, let me pick this card. You never thought that your own friends or family members or whatever would have a sexual connection with a lover, ex-lover of yours. So this was a big spiritual awakening, because it's several betrayals. Like, yeah. Yeah, for some of y'all, you got betrayed, like, for some of y'all specifically, because this part of this plot, whoever this friend, family member, for some of y'all, it's more than one person. It's more than one friend or more than one family member, something like that, that had this sexual connection with this soulmate, or it was karmic soulmate. For some of y'all, that person, not only did they cross you by having a sexual connection with this person, but they crossed you by being a part of this plot to take your lights out. And none of these people realized that they had no idea who you were. God hid you. God had you hidden. These people, they didn't realize that you have so much spiritual protection. Yeah. Telepathic communication. Some of y'all, you have spiritual gifts. Some of y'all, you're clairaudient, you're clairvoyance. You're very protection. I said protection. You're very protected, but you have a lot of protection. Yeah, that's why I said. And then right when I said that, I was looking at the authority card. I don't know. Yeah, look, telepathic communication and ego. Look, and right behind ego, spiritual rank. I knew what I was picking up. For some of y'all, this is some type of father figure. This person lacked integrity. So this could be someone's actual mother, someone's actual father, or it could be like a child's mother, or it could just be who any of these people are. They could be a mother or a father, right? But for some of y'all, these people are in their ego. That's why my eyes was kept drawn back to spiritual awakening, because this is their spiritual awakening too. It's like God, it's like, I don't know, it's like y'all, everyone's in this situation, but everyone's learning different lessons. It's kind of like, because I just saw my mind's eye. I don't know if y'all remember that movie Crash, and I don't even remember who's on there. I remember Ludacris was on there. I don't know, that's the only person I can remember. But it's like everyone in the situation was connected, but it's like they all was experiencing different things. I can't really explain it. If y'all haven't watched that movie, check it out. Like, you know what, I might actually watch that, because I don't know, that was a long time ago that I watched that movie. I think it was like early 2000s or something. So I might watch that. But it's giving, everyone's in a situation, but they're all learning. They're learning different things. And for some of y'all, these people are in their ego. They feel like they can do whatever the hell they want. They feel like they can just plot on somebody and take them out. They feel like they can abuse their authority. They feel like if they're patient enough and they try enough, it's going to happen, right? They feel like, they can just sleep around with their family member or friends, lover, ex-lover. They feel like they can do all of these things and there's no consequences, right? And for some of y'all, this is their lesson. Because, naive. These people are naive. They're young souls. Yep. They didn't want me to say that, but oh well. They're naive souls who tried to take out somebody with a high spiritual rank. They're naive souls with a jealous spirit who walked right into a trap. Yeah, work, because you work for the Most High. You have a high rank. You work for the Most High, and look, we have work X. Some of y'all, this is an X that's connected to this plot. Arrogant. Some of y'all, this X is arrogant, or any of these people in this plot is arrogant. Girlfriend. Some of y'all, this X could have a girlfriend who's arrogant that's connected to this plot, or a niece. Yeah, clairaudient. Some of y'all, like I said, you're clairaudient. Y'all, these losers need to just go ahead and give it up. They don't understand. Once God's protection comes out, that's it. You can try until your face turns blue. It's not going to go down. That's what these folks don't understand. That's why ego came out here. That's why it's part of their spiritual awakening. Y'all, these people, they're so ego driven. They really think that they're in control. These people really think that they're in control. They really think that they running the show. These people that eat, sleep, and shit. These people that are human, that they got to get rest. You can't stay up for days after days. You're human. Part of being human is you need rest. You need food. You need shelter. You know what I'm saying? They forget that they're only human. And they trying to come up against God's children. They trying to take out a high-ranking spiritual being. And there's so much in their ego that they truly think that they're going to get this done. Oh, OMG. This is laughable, y'all. This is so laughable because these people really think that this is going to go down. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, look, South Node, it fell on top of spiritual rank, and then this happy was in reverse. Some of y'all, these people, and then soulmate, I'm not even gonna flip it around because the way I'm reading this right now is soulmate is in reverse, like karmic soulmate. And then look, for some of y'all, DNA test, family. Some of y'all, somebody needs to get a DNA test or somebody did because somebody slept with somebody's family member. Somebody's lover or ex slept with somebody's family member and there was a pregnancy, right? But yeah, we have South Node and happy in reverse. For some of y'all, these people are they're still living in their South Node. These people have not, that's crazy. The cards fell, DNA test, but it just went to reveal this again, arrogance. These people are arrogant. They're so, like I said, they have huge egos, right? They're unhappy. That's why happy fell in reverse. They're unhappy. They're miserable people. So, you know, misery loves company, right? But these people, once again, they're operating their South Node. So for some of y'all, these people have tried this before in past lives or in a past life, right? And they're still in that same energy. And that's why they're here to get awakened too. They're here to learn what they need to learn in the situation. Family, and watch your food or drink. Some of y'all, they're trying to take your lights out. Some of y'all, your own family. Your own, I know y'all might get mad, but I have to say this because it's how I'm feeling right now. Some of y'all, your own raggedy ass family members or someone that's connected to you by family, right, is or was tampering with your food to take you out. But you have God's protection. Strong, yeah. Strong. I feel like this strong is, you have strong protection. For some of y'all, somebody was using your vehicle to step into this fearless energy. Yeah, this practitioner is, for some of y'all, they could have been doing spell work on you. Some of y'all, I'm getting a family member or whoever this person is that's connected to you by family could be a practitioner. So somebody could actually be like a doctor, or I just saw the word therapist in my mind's eye, a therapist, or I don't know, I just heard police officer, right? And then for some of y'all, somebody could have actually been doing spell work, getting a practitioner. And then for some of y'all, I feel like this practitioner could be that somebody, remember we have lights out here and there's a plot. Somebody was stalking somebody to take them out. So this practitioner could be like this hitman, you know what I'm saying? But either way, you're protected. Yep. Watch your food or drink and set up. I can't make this shit up if I wanted to. That's why I said. So I don't take that back. Like I said, for some of y'all, your raggedy ass family members or whoever it is, if you're still connected to these people, is doing this shit, trying to set somebody up by messing with their food or drink because they're cowards. And look right behind watch your food or drink was good health. Somebody could have been in good health. They naturally in good health, and maybe their health could have actually started declining, or they could have been feeling. My thing is lighting up red as I'm saying that. Their health could have started going down or whatever, and it's because this was intentional. Someone was messing with their food or putting some type of substance or putting something in their food or drinks to take them out. This was a setup. This is a setup, and they were being patient with this because I put this on top of the patient card, and they didn't realize they're doing this to an earth angel. There could be a court case with this person or any of these people, because remember, we do have legal matter here and illegal. So, but they didn't realize they're doing this to an earth angel. So, spiritual awakening, and for some of y'all, that's part of your spiritual awakening too, is finding out that you're an earth angel, finding out that you're chosen. And it wasn't until it's this betrayal, right? This is what sparked your spiritual awakening, where God started communicating with you more and sending you more messages, right? It's like putting more like breadcrumbs on your path. So all he needs you to do was follow it, right? And then that's how you would get to your spiritual awakening. And unfortunately, it's, you know, this way. Betrayal, like I said, this is high level betrayal right here. Some of y'all, yeah, look, Earth Angel, hot temper. These people have hot tempers. And that's why they want to come for you, but they don't realize that they're coming for an Earth Angel. These folks don't realize, look, hot temper triggers. Somebody want to pull the triggers on somebody. Or somebody could, just because we have practitioner, remember? Somebody could have paid somebody to pull the trigger. Look at here, confrontation right after this. So someone could have possibly paid somebody to do this because somebody's passive aggressive. Somebody's passive aggressive. They're not going to do it themselves. They're going to pay somebody to do it. They're a wolf in sheep's clothing. Somebody is heavy set in this situation. Look how that card fell. Low vibrational. They are low vibrational. And that's crazy. This fell into my lap, but look what's on top. Real love. Some of y'all, you have real love for these people. That's why this is a big spiritual awakening for you. Yeah, optimistic. Some of y'all, you were optimistic about the connection with these people because you had real love for them. And that's why, like I said, this is a spiritual awakening, because these same people that you had real love for, these same people that you were optimistic about, for some of y'all, they're trying to take you out. And for some of y'all, whether it's like a lover or a family member, whoever it is, you were optimistic and showed real love to this person, and they were sleeping around with your lover, ex-lover, or, you know what I'm saying, your family member, however, whatever. You had real love for these people, and for some of y'all, there was or friends or whatever, and they crossed you. Yeah, I can't make this up. Integrity and heavy set. Some of y'all, you could be heavy set, or any of these people could be heavy set. They lack integrity. They lack integrity. And this was your spiritual awakening, because for some of y'all, you don't operate like that. You don't. And look, wealth, and this was about to fall over, vindictive. So for some of y'all, these people are vindictive. It's not just they're trying to take you out for some type of wealth or some type of money. Yes. But what's driving them is they're vindictive. They're in this vindictive energy towards you. Yeah, so some of y'all, you could, yeah, because we saw X. So some of y'all, you walked away from this person or any of these people, and now they're in this vindictive energy. Yeah, pillow talking, right? About how they're going to execute this plan to get this wealth, to get this money. And what these people don't realize is ain't shit getting executed. Ain't shit getting executed because God is protecting you. Look, pillow talking, bad health. I'm getting, for some of y'all, there could be pillow talk around any of these people being in bad health, but there also could be, these people could be pillow talking about, remember I said somebody was trying to put somebody in bad health by messing with their food or their drinks. Yeah, look, bad health, drama. I don't know. There could be somebody who's in bad health, could be dealing with some type of drama, or there could be some type of drama about somebody's in bad health. What is this? Fake pregnancy and giver. I don't know why I'm getting this. I don't know. Maybe there could be some drama. Maybe somebody could have felt like somebody gave them something. Giver, somebody felt like, I don't know. Maybe somebody could feel like somebody gave them something and they're in bad health now or something like that. So I don't know. This could be like, yeah, I really feel like it could be sexually. It could be something else. But look, we have drama and then low key. Yeah, so I don't know. There's some type of low key drama going on between somebody. Maybe it could be any of these people that's part of this plot, or these people just low key trying to bring you drama, or trying to have you involved in drama. All right, last message, Holy Spirit. Let me get ready to close this out. Yeah. Any last messages? People pleasing fell on top of real love. I guess that was confirmation. My phone started ringing. People pleasing fell on top of real love. So for some of y'all, you have real love for these person or these people, but you are also people pleasing. Because for some of y'all, that's what I'm getting. Because for some of y'all, these people are wolf in sheep's clothing. So, I don't know, somebody's a teenager in this situation or has a teen, flamboyant. For some of y'all, you showed real love to these people, but you are also people pleasing, because these people, they don't operate from a place of love. So at some point, once you realize that the energy that you're giving to somebody is not being reciprocated, it's like, and you still keep doing it, then you're just people pleasing, because you're not really going to want to do it, because you're like, damn, I'm just giving this much and you ain't giving much back. Like, why am I doing this? Right? And so you was people pleasing in whatever aspect, right? So for some of y'all, that could be what's going on now, or this could be like past energy. Yeah, but look, we have good karma. But for some of y'all, it's just you have a good heart. Some of y'all, it could have just, maybe you may be the type where it could be hard for you to say no. But it's like you have a good heart, yeah. Good karma and loner. Some of y'all, you're a loner. Or this situation has pushed you into being this loner now, because you're like, shit, I can't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? But for some of y'all, you have a lot of good karma. Even if you're in that people pleasing energy, it's like you for some of y'all, so I don't know, it's getting energy like you don't like to disappoint people. Like, I'm getting a genuine energy, and that's why you have so much good karma, in addition to your spiritual rank. So that's why I was like, I don't know why these people think that they can, this plot is really going to work. And look, loner and unspoken connection. This is you have this unspoken connection with the divine. That's why this was a spiritual awakening for these people, because they're slowly realizing, if they haven't already, that every time they try to execute this plot, it doesn't work. Something always happens. Something always falls short. Something, it doesn't fall through. Wait, did I say that right? Whatever. It doesn't go through, because they don't understand just how protected you are. Look here, loner, and look, sacrifice was right after loner. These folks thought they was going to sacrifice you. They thought they were going to sacrifice you and get some money, get some wealth from it. New. They thought they was going to get some new, buy some new stuff. For some of y'all, I don't know, there's somebody new that's connected to this plot, or a newer person or something like that. Jail. I don't know. Somebody could have went to jail, or somebody new could be connected to somebody who's in jail, went to jail, or I don't know. There could be maybe some new information or something like that. I don't know. Somebody could be facing jail time, because remember, we have legal matter up here, illegal in jail. So somebody could be facing jail time, or any of these people could have went to jail. North Node, bullying, reverse, ulterior motives. For some of y'all, I feel like this is you. You're in your North Node anymore. And why I say anymore? For me to say that, for some of y'all, these people, because that's what I was kind of picking up, any of these people could be very intuitive. And it's like, maybe at one point they were on a path of doing good or doing right or something. But I don't know, at some point, I don't know how, but that it switched up or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know, they have ulterior motives. It's like, it's like someone, I don't know, someone's intuitive. They know how to like read people, or tap into people's energies or something like that. Or if they're connected to someone who does that. And it's like, they'll do things, but they'll do it with ulterior motives. Like, I'm trying to find an example. I don't know, this is just a weird example, but I don't know if like someone is secretly like scared of dogs or something, and they don't, they haven't said that, but they're like, oh man, like that dog look kind of big, I'm scared of that dog. It's like someone will purposely bring a friend over with a big ass dog. And it's like they'll do that to play on someone's fear. I don't know. It's something like that. So I don't know. Someone is dark. Any of these people, I don't know. Someone is dark. Someone will know. It's like they know someone's, or they try to learn someone's fears or weak spots or something, and they'll intentionally do things to play on it, but they'll disguise it. if that makes sense. Like, that's why that ulterior motives came up. Like I said, they was like, oh, my friend's coming over, let's play, we're gonna do this or do that, or my friend's gonna help me put these curtains up or something like that. But they intentionally, you bring a friend over that has the big ass dog that you're scared of. So I don't know, that's what I'm getting. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Any last messages? We're gonna get ready to close this out. Yes. Any last messages? Anything else the collective needs to be aware of? Daughter, spell, and it fell on top of unspoken connection. So somebody's daughter had some type of, gossip and dark entity. Somebody's daughter had an unspoken connection with somebody. I don't know, they could be part of this setup, either this daughter or the person that they had an unspoken connection with. Give me one more on this, Holy Spirit. User. So somebody was using an attachment. Yeah, so somebody, and remember we saw dark entity and attachment. Somebody was using somebody's daughter, or it could be son. It's giving somebody, because we have unspoken connection. Or for some of y'all, this could be someone that someone has a daughter with, right? So just take the energy as it resonates. This could be someone, like maybe this could be a child's mother, child's father, something like that. Or yeah, because if we have unspoken connection, it's some type of third party situation, some type of secret relationship. But I don't know, somebody was using somebody. Somebody had a dark entity attached to them, attachment. Yeah, and look, childhood trauma. And then we have son. Somebody was using somebody. I don't know, maybe like for sex or possibly their energy. Look at here, spiritual gifts. Somebody was using somebody. Maybe someone has spiritual gifts, or someone has like this, like divine energy or something like that. Somebody's daughter or son or something like that. Because look, we have son, and they have spiritual gifts, and somebody was using them. Somebody could have been trying to sacrifice them, because this sacrifice card is right under daughter. Or somebody, another thing I'm getting to is somebody could have been trying to sacrifice their own daughter. Somebody was trying to set up their own daughter. OMG, y'all, my lamp is lighting up bright red when I said that. Somebody's trying to set up their own daughter. Unspoken connection is someone is like working with other people in order to set their own daughter up to sacrifice them, or their son. Just take the energy as it fits. Yeah, because we got son on the back of the deck now. But this plot is being rejected, and look at here, their ass is getting hit with bad karma. It doesn't pay to be evil. It really doesn't. Because you're going to pay, low key or high key. You're going to pay for it. And they were overindulging in this. Y'all. Yeah, this is somebody's sister. Somebody's sister is involved in this plot, or somebody's sister is karmic. That's why they crossed them. Somebody's sister or somebody's brother is karmic. Unbothered, some of y'all, you could be unbothered towards this person, or this, for some of y'all, you could be unbothered with this person. Maybe this person could have this obsession with you. Or for some of y'all, where it was a connection where this friend, family member was dealing with a lover, ex-lover, that person could be unbothered, and this, whoever this is to you that crossed you, this person is obsessed with this lover while they're unbothered. Yeah, because they have a dark entity attached to them. Aunt, this is an aunt. For some of y'all, there's an aunt involved in the situation. And that aunt, this could be that sister. This could be a child's aunt, or it could be your aunt, or someone that's connected to you, their aunts. And look here, chosen. Y'all, chosen means they have chosen the wrong one to try this shit on. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Okay, my bad, y'all. I need to get ready to head out. Yeah, so we have chosen, X, and healing. So for some of y'all, there's an X. I don't know. This X could be a dark witch. It doesn't necessarily have to be like ex-lover. It could be ex-friend, ex-family member. I don't know. Any of these people, they could be a dark witch, or they could be connected to a dark witch. But I don't know. They need healing, and they're supposed to heal. Yeah, the lights. They're supposed to heal and find the light. That's the whole reason God allowed this to happen. Because for some of y'all, these people are getting hit with bad karma. They're getting hit with bad karma, but God allowed this to happen because he's like he wants them to come to the light. These people are operating in their darkness. That's why they're wolves in sheep's clothing. That's why they're plotting to take someone's life. That's why they're grinding. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and we have free will. You can't force somebody like to split the deck. Yeah. Look, God support me. Say it louder. And then look, this too shall pass. Yeah, because they thought somebody was gonna pass, so that's what they wanted for somebody. Yeah, look, imagine, and then look, this too shall pass. Y'all, these people were imagining this scene in their head. They're imagining that they got some phone call or something like that you was gone. They imagine this whole scene that somebody would be here breaking down, crying because you was gone. Look, and I'm not even looking. It says I don't care to be perfect, but I'm not even looking at that. I'm just looking at the picture. Like there was 3 or more people. Like they're all sitting back, imagining this shit. Like they was waiting on this to happen. Yeah, that's why that patient card is here. They was waiting on this to happen. They're waiting on something that's not going to happen. You're only going to get taken out when God says it's time for you to get taken out. My salt lamp is lighting up bright red as I'm saying this. When it's time for you to leave this earth, your appointed time, that's when you're going to leave. Ain't nobody going to take you up out of here, especially for some money, right? Look, let's be crazy. Yeah, because these folks crazy as hell. Imagining some shit like this. They crazy. They crazy. Look at here. I'm not always an angel. They're devils. But to be fair, they have dark entities attached to them that got them in this devil energy doing this. I feel like this is significant because when I looked at this, I don't know, I saw a unicorn. Yeah, it is a unicorn, but it was in reverse. Yeah, some of these people, I'm telling y'all, some of these people, they're intuitive and they could be coming off like, I just saw the word pastor in my mind's eye. So somebody could be a pastor. It's, oh my gosh, y'all, just pressed my computer and it's 11:11 on my computer right now. So some of y'all, you've been seeing 11:11. But yeah, for some of y'all, these people, I'm getting it's unicorn is in reverse, is giving a fake unicorn. So some of these people, they could be intuitive or they're connected to people who are intuitive, but they're dark witches, they're dark, right? And it's like, I don't know, this is what you're learning for some of y'all. Some of y'all, any of these people, they could be like religious. Remember I said, I saw a passion in my mind's eye. These people could be religious or spiritual, whatever, and they could come off as if they're of the lights, but they're not. They're fake. They're a fake unicorn. These people are devils in disguise. Once you pull that mask down, this is what's under there. And God knew that. That's why part of their spiritual awakening is coming to the light. God is trying to invite these people to come into the light. Leave that dark shit alone, because the only thing you're going to do is get hit with karma. This what you are good as you are right now. For some of y'all, these people don't feel good about who they are. And so it has them in this energy. But God is, I don't know, these people, God, they don't understand. God is saying, even though I know y'all are this way, I'm still inviting you to come into the light. But you got to stop doing this shit. And if you don't stop it, your ass is going to keep getting hit with karma straight up. Yeah, look at this card that came out. It says, don't be fooled by my appearance. Well, I'm not getting that. It's the opposite. Because for some of y'all, these people could actually look nice, look attractive. But under their meat suit, this is how they look, like this monster right here. And then for some of y'all, this monster represents this entity that's attached to them. Yeah, this is going to be my last card. Y'all got to go. So, yeah, spread the love. For some of y'all, that's what you're here to do. You're here to spread the love. And you did with these people. You showed these people real love, right? That's why real love came out here. And for some of y'all, these people crossed you. And that's why God is not taking this lightly. God was like, no, y'all going to get hit with karma. But I'm also going to use this as an opportunity to invite you to come to the light. Get up out that darkness. Because once again, the only thing it's going to do is bring you bad karma. You're doing this to somebody who's protected. It's not going to work. So anyways, y'all catch another video. Peace, love, and light.